Good people, it's time to go down memory lane and look at the mistakes I've made. So getting back into TCGs, I made a lot of mistakes, and a lot of them comes down to poor due diligence and FOMO, but I figured I might share, so maybe you could avoid some of the same mistakes. But basically, I played Magic in the 90s, and back in 2021, I got caught up in the whole Pokemon hype, like watching too much YouTube, seeing that Pokemon was a thing. My children were playing Pokemon. I was like, hell yeah, like it can do no wrong. So seeing how much, when I came back to Magic and seeing how much my collection had appreciated, I was like, okay, so basically any Pokemon thing I get will appreciate in value. It's going to be a great time. It's great to collect. Like, let's see what we can get. So I go to pick up a collection. It has a lot of vintage WotC, a lot of like Sun and Moon era stuff, like all kinds of different stuff. And I'm in the mindset of like, everything will just go up. And then he offers me a third binder, which says like, yeah, it's a lot of Sword and Shield hollows. Would you like this in addition to like the other stuff? And he asked the same price for the other binders, and me not knowing basically what I'm doing, of course said like, yeah, let me take it, because I'm a long-term collector, it can only appreciate in value. So obviously I get this folder, and you're gonna see in a minute like basically what mistakes I made. So like basically this is a binder filled with just regular hollows from Sword and Shield, primarily Evolving Skies, Vivid Voltage, like Brilliant Stars. So as you see here, a page or two of just regular hollows, and then reverse hollows, and then non-hollows. It looks like he was trying to like do a master set of some of these, and basically stopped halfway. And here we get to just like non-hollow rares, just or these are reverse hollows, but basically just a binder filled with a lot of nothing. See, he didn't even like two unsleeved cards in each one, and I was just like, yeah, let me get it. Like we can do no wrong, and this kind of like highlights the first mistake of me getting back into TCGs. It's just thinking that anything has value. I mean, we're seeing now that the Sword and Shield era of Pokemon has like appreciated a lot. It could be due to them not providing reprints, which probably will come at some point. But like, it just goes to show that not everything has value. And you can laugh, like please laugh at me for being a Timmy. But this was the mistake I made. Like, I didn't do due diligence and got this guy made off like a bandit when I bought his collection. And obviously I was very happy with this collection, but as the more I learned, the more I kind of had to accept that this was not a very wise financial decision. And I sold off a lot of the singles to actually buy sealed product. That's basically also one of the lessons that I've learned, that for long-term collecting, if you're wanting something to appreciate in value, like sealed product is the way to go, because singles are always volatile. It's the flavor of the month or the year. And it also has to do with playability and stuff. So it's like you need to really, I have a large like respect for people who are able to collect and make something out of singles, because it really takes like an active approach to it, where I'm more like a passive approach. I basically just like to accumulate stuff. So this was the first mistake I made, buying a binder full of singles that basically have no value because I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't know enough. So first rule, due diligence and get educated. Second mistake, vintage WotC booster. And you might think like, oh, like this is good. Like Magic revised, it's a sealed revised booster. Like how can you go wrong? So I bought this. I was very happy. I remember like this is nostalgia. When I started playing Magic, these were the booster packs you could buy in the local hobby store. Like I bought 1 million of these. And I remember like one of the first booster packs I opened a dual land, and I traded it for like 4 crawworms and a clone or something, because like big stompy creatures, you know. And when I was older, like when I got back into collecting, I was like, okay, I need like one of the main pieces I want to get is like a revised booster, because that has so much nostalgia for me. So I buy this booster. I'm very happy. I bought it from a reputable store, and I don't know, there's some like law of the universe that says that every time I buy a product, some video will surface on how to spot fakes or how to spot search packs or whatever. And what I find is that after I bought this pack, a video from Rudy surfaces. I don't know if this is the algorithm or if things are listening, you know, on the devices. But I basically find out that the crinkles, it doesn't come through too well. But basically you can tell if a pack is searched by seeing the crinkles at the top of the pack and at the bottom of the pack, which means basically that they've tried to push up the cards here to view the rare slot to see if there's anything in it. And what I see is that maybe this is in pretty good condition, but there are some subtle signs that it may have been searched, because the plastic here is white and it's actually see-through. So they are searchable, and I did not know this before I bought it. And I bought it from a reputable store, and I paid the price that they asked, because I thought that obviously it's a good store. But what I found out is that they will often list products that they don't have, and they will buy them off Card Market and other places they can get them. And what I found out is that they had just sourced it from some person who sold loose packs. And we do know, I've said this before, that you never buy loose packs, because you don't know what the person has done with them. Have they searched the packs? Have they taken out the cold foil of the box they opened? Or like, so you should never buy loose packs. So basically I paid full price for a product that I didn't again do my due diligence about how to make sure that I didn't get something that was searched. So this product, in terms of financial value, might not be as much as I wanted to, because there is a small chance that it is searched, because the pack itself is not in mint condition. So again, I wouldn't call it like a big mistake, because like this is a piece that I really enjoy. This is probably just gonna sit in my collection forever, because I really like it. There's so much nostalgia. Like I remember just getting into Magic, the excitement of opening these packs and just seeing the amazing art. Like I loved it. So for me it has a lot of value in terms of nostalgia, but in terms of financial value, like if I were to sell this at some point, people would probably say, you know, look at the corners here. Is this something that has been searched? I don't know. I'm definitely not going to pay full price. So again, when you're picking up valuable pieces, make sure to educate yourself. make sure that you know what you're doing, or face the consequences and get hosed. And that, of course, also the very common advice is that never buy more or invest more than you can afford to lose. So obviously I'm very happy with that booster pack, but again, should have gotten it from a box break or something. Next mistake, Wilderness from MetaZoo. This is basically, I use this playmat to remind me of not to FOMO into products. Back in 2021, started watching Rudy's videos and saw the success of Cryptid Nation. I bought a pack of Cryptid Nation 2nd edition. I bought and overpaid for a box of Nightfall because I thought that MetaZoo might be the next investable thing. And I made sure to have, basically I bought a case of Wilderness because it was going to be hype and whatever. And if you followed MetaZoo, you know that these boxes have tanked like bad because the people at MetaZoo, they overprinted, or not overprinted. They thought that there was a lot of demand, so these are like printed to oblivion. I think boxes are, I think I paid close to $100 a box, and these boxes are going for like $50 or $60 now. So it's like, yeah, it feels bad. And again, this is a cautionary tale in terms of just FOMO. It's always good to diversify your collection. Because there's no way to know which single collection piece will actually go up over time. So diversifying your collection is always a good strategy. And there was no way to know that this one would take a big hit. But again, it's a cautionary tale into not just getting into FOMO and getting the new hottest thing that people are talking about, and just sitting back, watching how the market responds to a new release like these 30 to 90 days. Of course, if you see the product go up, then you'll be sad that you didn't get in. So that's another thing. So you can make an argument like just buy every product and then you'll be safe. But it also is like you can also get burned by getting every product. But again, yeah, there's no way of telling. So again, cautionary tale about FOMO. Every product will not go up. Some will tank. So again, due diligence. Make sure you know what you're doing. Don't overspend. And don't end up like me. Last up on the chopping block, a very nice box of Pokemon Black and White Emerging Powers. I bought this because I was getting back. Pokemon was a thing. This is an old box. I saw the price tag on the store and I was like, oh my god, this is, I need to get, I don't have money for a box of base set unlimited or whatever, so I'm just gonna get an older box that's within my budget. And I saw this box and this little case is a little bit cracked, which is sad, but I saw this box and I was like, I'm gonna get that. And I was still in the mindset of, because it's old, that means it's valuable, that means it's desirable, and I got it. And when I got it home, I was so happy. I bought this acrylic case, which came busted, which was sad, but I got a discount. I was able to buy some more sealed product with a store credit. Got this box, I was very happy. I just let it sit there, and as the months went on, I started educating myself on Pokemon, And the black and white era, it was very hyped, it was very because it was kind of like a lull in the interest of Pokemon. There were a lot of black and white boxes that were not printed that much, so it is in general a very rare set. But as I started researching, and this is again cautionary tale, do your research before you buy any old thing, is that I found out that this box, Emerging Powers, is basically the worst box in the black and white era. And the reason why that it's the worst box is that there are no desirable cards in this set. They are like 2 full art. I think it's like a Tornadoes full art and some other card, but that's basically it. And the chase cards in this box is like, I think it's $15 or something for the chase cards. And I know that the sealed product will have a premium because some collectors will be looking to finish a collection and they need one of these boxes. And I think now they're going for like $1,500 or something on eBay, and I see them for like the same amount of euros on Card Market. But there hasn't been a sale of one of these since late 2022. So like this is what you would call a highly illiquid asset. Like if you want to move this product, it's going to take a long time, because this is the lesson of a thing being old and maybe even being rare, but it's not desirable. So it's another cautionary tale of doing your due diligence before you get in. Like, don't FOMO, and try to make peace with the fact that you will be making bad decisions. And that's why I have this display mat. This is kind of like a thing to remind me to be mindful, to be aware when I'm making moves in terms of my collection, because it's very easy to get burned. Yeah, this one is probably just going to stay in the collection as a emotional reminder, and I can look at it and think about, yeah. And for all of those people out there watching Stackswell's videos, like, oh, the market is going up, be careful with how you spend your money. Don't overspend. Don't succumb to the FOMO. Do your own research, and you should be good. I'd like to hear what kind of mistakes have you made while getting into TCGs. Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear, so I don't have to feel all alone in my bad financial decisions. And aside from that, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, help the algorithm, help me. I'll see you guys in the next one.